So today is going to be a big day because I'm going to lose all of my hair to chemotherapy as part of my stem cell transplantation this summer. I thought that I would go and have it cut off and donate it to the Little Princess Trust, which is a charity that make real hair wigs for children and young people who've lost their own hair as a result of cancer treatment or other conditions. Before I go and get the chop this afternoon, I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everybody who's already donated so generously so far. Your contributions are all really appreciated to helping make this treatment possible for me. I'd also like to share with you a story I wrote which attempts to capture something of the experience of my legs since my diagnosis with MS 4 years ago. So things have progressed quite quickly. Before diagnosis, I was walking around as normal, and now I use a wheelchair. And part of this is part of the reason why I'm wanting to pursue HSCT this summer. So this story is playing with a story by Lydia Davis called The Left Hand, but my story is called The Left Leg. The left leg prides itself on being more robust than the right leg. Yes, it does not tire or tremor quite so easily, and its calf is even a little more defined. That last summer, when they both walked and cycled their usual distances, it was the right which was the first to relent. "I get very tired now," says the right leg defensively. "It's hard to explain." The left leg says, "I understand. I get tired too." Over the past year, both legs have struggled to keep going, and now neither leg moves very independently. Often they have no energy to walk, and the right leg becomes frustrated and ashamed of how clumsily it moves, especially when it doesn't have the strength to lift its foot, which drags behind it like a dead weight. Although the right leg is aware that by the higher standards, the left leg's walking is not all that even or fast, it likes to feel distinct. It says, "I've had so much further to fall. Don't forget all the things I could do that you couldn't. Remember when we practiced Taekwondo? I could kick easily and with great strength at head height, something you never could." "That was years ago," says the left leg. "Even the etymology of the word left is weak and worthless," continues the right, unstoppable now. "And didn't Kant say the right side enjoys an indisputable advantage over the other in respect of skill and perhaps of strength too?" "Well," says the left leg, "I've been there alongside you all the way, helping." True, there are some things they do together in a balanced way. For instance, they ride a bike together. But here they are not equal. The left leg is quite effective at holding weight, even quite heavy weight, but not very nimble or quick to react to change. Neither of them is anymore. The left leg points that out. Now they have begun using a wheelchair. Both legs are grateful. They get less tired and are in much less pain, but they also feel somewhat diminished. When they are in the wheelchair, very little is required of them. All the work of moving the body forward has transferred to the arms. "Until they stop working too," says the right spitefully. The right leg is filled with self-pity. Generally, the left leg has a better sense of humour. "You shouldn't be so bitter," says the left leg. "I think it's nice to know we've been good for more than we ever realised. For example, we never knew we had been so useful in sex." Previously, by stretching and tensing as much as they could, the legs helped the body reach orgasm. It was a role they didn't know they played until this sudden inability to tense or hold weight means the body now finds it difficult to get there. "Another thing we can no longer do," says the right leg, very bitter. "True," says the left. It is tired of arguing. It doesn't like to think of used to or until. It says to itself, "Don't we work together? Have we ever been able to do things alone?" The right leg could keep going with the argument. It's full of ideas and energy for more, but the left leg is silent, so that is the end of it. For now, anyway. Thank you for joining me to watch this video and to listen to this story. Please help me share the video. So my first clinical relapse before my official diagnosis was an episode of optic neuritis, which means that it's now incredibly difficult for me to look at screens without pain or fatigue. That's the reason I left all socials, and means that I really need all the help I can get in terms of sharing. Thank you again to all of you for helping